This coronavirus is teaching us how to live. But to live in a different way. By making us aware that we are all in the same boat. And that we are responsible for each other. I'm here at home. And not only because I'm afraid to be infected, but also because I do not want to infect others myself. See, we are walking together. And that is why in this series of messages, Accomplices of Hope, we have met two blind people. They suffer together. They seek the Lord together. They follow Him together. They reach out to Jesus together. They pray together the same prayer. And afterwards, they give testimony together of what the Lord has done in their life. We have also seen in these videos how the people following Jesus, the multitudes following Jesus for 3 days into a desert place even. And now they are hungry and Jesus sees it. And then the disciples, they think a bit what to do, and then they come up with this great solution. Master, send them away. Each one takes care of himself. Let the one go to this village, the other one to that village, and oops, we're in a desert. But see, the disciples, they just wanted to get rid of the problem. Why would we have to carry their problem? 200 denarii wouldn't be enough to buy food for them. So let everybody go by himself. Find a place, find some food, solve your own problem yourself. And Jesus does not accept this solution. Jesus, He takes the bread, He breaks it, and He shares the loaves. He doesn't multiply them. He breaks them and He shares them. And so there is food for all the people. And even 12 baskets of bread are left. There's another really interesting example. We find it at the end of the Acts of the Apostles in chapter 27. Paul of Tarsus. He is sailing in the Mediterranean in a boat, in a ship. And there is 276 people in this boat. It says there, 276 people. God had promised Paul that all of them will arrive safe. But then it turns out it gets a bit dangerous, difficult, and in a moment the sailors, they want to run away, they want to jump ship, they want to flee. But they discovered it. And then Paul says, if the sailors leave the ship, no one can be saved. If the sailors leave the ship, no one can be saved. Everyone is important. Everyone is necessary. Not only the captain, not only the helmsman, also the sailors and everybody else on that boat. Everyone is necessary for us to be safe. And so then it actually happened. Everyone arrived safe on the beach of Malta. They arrived all together safe on the beach of Malta. And now I still would like to look with you at this situation of Simon Peter. Remember, he is drowning in the sea and he cries out to Jesus. At that moment, he is very close to Jesus. And he cries out, "Lord, save me. I am drowning." Now, is this not a very personal event? A very individual event? Does this not contradict what we are saying here? It is personal, yes. It is individual, yes. But is it isolated? No. Why? Because you see, when Jesus pulls Peter out from the water, he immediately takes him and brings him back into the boat. Jesus is not saying, "Ah, Peter, just the two of us. Nice that you are here. At least you came to me walking on the water." No. Jesus rescues Peter. He pulls him out of the water and he takes him and brings him to the boat. He brings him to the other disciples. He brings him to the others. Oh no, the others. Yes. Jesus takes Peter and brings him into the community. He brings him to where his brothers are. He brings him into the boat. For me, the greater miracle is not that Jesus pulls Peter out of the water. For me, the greater miracle is how Jesus takes him into the community, how he takes him into the boat. This is the miracle that I'm actually waiting for. That we live this storm in the boat together. All together. That we even suffer together. Even cry together. And breaking the bread of our life to share it with the others. What would happen if in this boat the sailors were missing? If there were no contemplative nuns praying in the convent? What if there were no truckers who transport our food? What if there were not a Francis who cries and who makes us cry for the pain and the suffering this pandemic is causing? Thank God, we have them there. Each one in his place. Because we know we are in the one same boat. And we want to make it all the way. We want to arrive safe as St. Paul with those 276 people in the boat. As the poet said, the important thing is not to see who arrives first, but to arrive with the others together. Amen.